Hi, welcome back. My name is Joe Graham, and today we're going to be talking about what are some strategies to get your home sold in a shifting market. During the past 5 to 7 years, homes were selling quickly and for top dollar, often in spite of their condition or their location, and demand was just through the roof. Now, this trend is showing signs of reversal. And the inventory of homes for sale is actually up 8% over the same time last year. And though our month supply of inventory remains historically low, we're seeing trends that it's going up and up every single month. Now, we're currently facing a quite normal adjustment in our market. However, despite that cyclical nature of change, the question is, how do I sell a home in a shifting market? And there's 5 main ways to accomplish this goal. Number 1 is pricing it right from day one. Overpricing a home in today's market greatly diminishes its odds of selling. See, buyers determine value just like we do for any other product. It's what's the best value for their dollar. So we need to make sure that your home is properly priced to compete against other homes that are in a similar area with the same features and the same benefits. So view your property through the eyes of a buyer and consider whether you would see it as a good value. Number 2, make sure your home is in nearly perfect condition. So as inventory rises, buyers become in a position where they have more choice. And until your home is good enough to compete with the best homes for sale, don't bring it to market yet. Properties that are priced right and in great condition always sell first, no matter what the market conditions. So remember, view your property through the eyes of a buyer. Make adjustments so that you're number 1 or number 2 in the market. What I mean by that is if your property hasn't sold in the first week, or maybe 14 to 21 days of listing, that might be the right time to reposition your home in the marketplace. So the longer you're on the market, you've heard, I'm sure, that buyers start to think that maybe there's something wrong with the home, and that can hurt your chances of selling for the best price possible. So always make sure that you're making quick adjustments. Number 4, consider a reverse offer. In the situation where we have a buyer who's interested in your property and they're qualified, consider writing that buyer an offer from the seller perspective, and that way we can get the ball rolling. And number 5, consider writing a letter to the buyer of your home. Now that sounds a little strange, but from a buyer perspective, we've had great success when a buyer writes a letter to a seller telling them, kind of a love letter, telling them how much they love their home and how their family will enjoy the home that they also loved. A great strategy may be to write a letter to the buyer of your home from a seller perspective. So the psychology behind this is that when a buyer, or maybe a single person or a couple, a family, come through the home and they see a letter to the buyer from the seller that tells them all the great memories, information on the neighborhood, how they planted a tree for somebody's birthday in commemoration, what's going to happen is that buyer is going to read that letter. And after they read that letter, they're now going to tour the home. And they're going to tour the home through the eyes of who? The seller, somebody who's got an attachment to the property. And it's an interesting thing is because people can start to love your home and become emotionally attached to the property while touring it. And that ups your chances of success. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in a video, go ahead and send them my way. My contact information is on the screen below. Thanks again, and have a great day.